All right, for this one, I'm going to go a little bit faster than I did in the previous one, and I'm going to let you have a little more flexibility with deciding which selection techniques you want to use. So be prepared. I'm going to go through this quickly. You're going to work at your own pace to be able to create a simple composite. So to begin with, right here on the home page, you're going to see where this is at. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and load up this day. And right here in the Photopea tutorial order, you're going to need to download the files for the TresBolas. With this, you can find the link there. If you have problems with that, you can open up this video and it'll walk you through how to download it. If you have a Chromebook and you download the entire folder, you may need a little bit of help. So just let me know and I'll help you in class. So the idea is this is where the drive is, and there are 3 pictures that you're going to have in there. So let me open up Photopea and show you what your finished thing is going to look like. Open this. This is your finished piece. So when you look at this, there is a combined together image, which I'll show you how to do that afterwards. You're going to start, you've got the volleyball, you've got your soccer ball masked out, and you have your basketball masked out. And you'll notice that the edge here makes it look like it's kind of in the sand. So I'll show you how to do that. And then you're going to create a title using 2 copies of text and a simple shape. And then when it's all done, we will add just a quick little exterior effect on this. So that is where we're going to end up. Let me show you how to start. To begin with, you're going to go to File and Open, and go ahead and open up the volleyball image. And then you're going to open, let's open up the soccer ball. Now with this soccer ball, there's several different ways. You can decide which one you want to use as far as which selection method works best for you. I'm going to try one that I didn't show you, which is using this ellipse select. What this will let me do is I can start to draw a circle. And if I don't let go of my mouse and I press the shift key, it'll keep it perfectly centered. Now, this is a little bit of finger gymnastics here if you want to try this technique. You can use other techniques. I just want a clean, sharp edge. So I'm going to grab this. I'm holding down my mouse, left button. I'm holding down the shift key. That keeps the selection perfectly circular. And I haven't let go of the shift, and I haven't let go of the mouse yet. I'm going to now grab the space bar. By doing this, it allows me to move the selection that I'm making, and I can start to try to line this up with the outside portion of the ball. So I'm looking at the left side of the ball and using that as kind of my guide for where I want to go. And I'm going to cut slightly inside there. And now it's made a selection of the ball. I can use my arrow keys to nudge this around if I want to switch to the move tool. And nudge that around, I can do that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and click mask. And there's a pretty clean selection along the edge. I can double check to see if it's clean by grabbing a blank layer, changing the color over here to something way different. And then I'm going to press Alt or Option on the Mac, backspace, and it'll fill the whole thing in. I can see that's actually a pretty sharp, clean edge. So I don't need that layer. I'm going to now move that over to the volleyball one. Now it's really big. So I'm going to shrink this down. I'm holding down the shift key when I grab this corner so that I can keep it proportional, meaning whatever I do to one side, it's doing exactly the same to the other. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to hit the check mark yet. What I want to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit just to keep these things in proportion. I want to make them about the same size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the bottom of the ball here. Now I'm going to hold down the shift key and click with my mouse. And I can start to kind of eyeball it to get it to be about the same size. Now that I'm happy with that, I'll hit the check mark. I can move this down a little ways. In fact, since the ball is a little closer, I think I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger, holding down the Shift key. There we go. And I double-clicked to accept it, and that part's done. Now you could, on this one, if you really wanted to, you could try a different method. If you find that that circle is too difficult to do, you could try using the object select and see what it does. It's taking just a moment. The image is being analyzed. See, part of the problem with doing some of these selections is the edge starts to blur out slightly. You have this like shallow depth of field, and so it doesn't always find exactly the sharpest edge. In fact, right now, it's really having a hard time with it. Yeah, see, it didn't really do a great job with that. But you could also try the quick selection and add to it. Whatever you can do to get that masked and then moved over into the image is what I'm looking for. All right, in the next video, I'll show you another way of doing the ball, but this time we're going to use the basketball. If you are done for the day, save this document as a PSD. If not, leave it open and go ahead and watch the next video.